Previously on
セイントミカエル女子学園ですわ。
Why does she just automatically assume it was some kind of a dirty fantasy? Or was the face I was making really that perverted?
ちょっと待ってねリサ。内容によってはメモしておかないといけないかもしれないわ。
いや、どんだけだよ。
今準備するから。
いやいやいや、ちょ待って。
準備って一体何の準備を？
Exactly!
リサ自らの語る陰微な妄想なんて永久保存版じゃない。
ちょっと待ってよ。
これにはリサの脱ぎたて下着と同じくらい高い価値があるわ。
どんだけだよ。
国宝級よ。
あは。
だからエッチな妄想じゃないって言ってるでしょ。今すれ違った人、一体誰かしら。
Yo. She was wearing the same uniform as us, but I didn't recognize her at all.
あれがもしかして外部勢の方かしら。
Her long, beautiful, black hair fluttered in the wind.
なんて綺麗なのかしら。
She seemed kind of aloof and solitary.
心を奪われるってきっとこういうことを言うのね。
Before I knew it, all I could see of that girl was her back as she walked away.
なんて素敵な人なのかしら。
All she had done was walk past. The whole thing occurred in a split second, but the image of her was permanently burned into my mind.
あんな素敵な人、この2カ所でも見たことないわ。リサさん、ごきげんよう。
Sup?
リサさん？
Girl, shut up!
リサさん、一体どうなさったのですか？
Damn it, girl!
ごきげんよう。すいません、私ったらぼーっとしてしまって。あんまりのんびりしていては入学式に遅れてしまいますわよ。
Screw that!
そうですね。
I nervously pick up my pace.
なんかまだ興奮してるみたい。
どんだけだよ。Yeah? Nice. あれ？ Oh, okay.
何かしら、こういうのって何かに似ているわ。
It's love. Romance. Unity. Girls love. Ow!
そうだわ、あれよあれ。
What? It was just like those romance novels I read sometimes during my study breaks. Like one of those scenes when they met for the first time. The love in first sight.
なんかそう考えたらすっごくロマンチックだわ。
But that dark-haired girl, I had absolutely no idea how she viewed me.
私の中では特別な出会いなのかもしれないわ。
Would we meet again?
あの黒髪、とっても目立つもの。きっと式の会場で会えるかもしれないわね。
You know, just to let you know, most Japanese people have black hair. Yeah. It's not that rare. Yeah. Anyway.
じゃあ急がなくちゃ。
And so, with a vague scene of anticipation, I made my way towards the high school assembly hall. What?
どうなさったのリサさん。大きなため息ですわね。いえ、何でもありませんわ。リサさん、高等部の新しい制服、とてもお似合いですわね。そうかしら。私なんて全然普通よ。今朝会った子の方が。
Girl, get on my level.
今朝？私の教室向こうなので、それではごきげんよう。リサさん。もうどうかしているわ、今日の私。
The entrance ceremony had concluded without incident, but I hadn't been able to see that dark-haired girl at all.
なんだか残念ね。
She stood out so much. I should have been able to spot her right away. That's what I figured, at least. You know, you should have noticed. There's a lot of black-haired Japanese girls in Japan. You know what I'm saying? Girl, hero.
やっぱり現実はロマンス小説のようにはいかないわね。
Well, if you try, it will happen.
あなたは
Oh!
さっきすれ違いましたよね。
Oh.
並木道のところで。
Oh, you're imagining this right now? Okay.
ええ、そうですわね。よーく覚えていますわ。外部生の方ですよね。ええ、まだ知り合いが誰もいないので声をかけてもらってとっても嬉しいわ。よかったら私のお友達になっていただけませんか？はい、私でよければぜひ。ありがとう。それでは早速今日から。はい、一緒に勉強しましょう。なんてね。
Alright then. I think it would have been lovely if we could have chatted and studied. Or more, if you know what I mean. I walked aimlessly while I thought about that. I nearly walked right past my own classroom.
もう妄想なんかしてる場合じゃなかったわ。私のクラスはここ1年雪組だったわね。
Yukigumi? Okay. I had to be on my A game. I wondered how I would spend my days in this classroom during the upcoming year.
ごきげんよう。
Sup?
ごきげんよう。あら、また同じクラスですわね。ええ、とても嬉しいわ。
Ah.
そういえば今朝、ユナ様をお見かけしましたわ。今日は1年だけのはずなのに。ひょっとして環境整備員のお仕事でしょうか。かもしれませんわ。近々ユナ様、委員長に就任なさるらしいですし。
Conversations like that were being murmured all around the classroom. Some people were already acting right at home in class. Others were waiting quietly in their seats for homeroom to start. Everyone seemed to just be doing their own thing.
私の席は。
The seats' location were written on a blackboard with our names alphabetically. Ah, 懐かしい.
あった、あそこね。
After double clicking or double checking, wow, I went to take my seat. But at the moment, I suddenly found myself frozen in place. It was as if I alone had been plucked from the flow of time.
嘘でしょ。
She was sitting in a seat right next to mine. There was no mistaking that black-haired girl from this morning.
こんなことって。
With my heart pounding, I sat down in my chair.
なんかダメだわ。今が一番緊張しているかも。
Girl, you're fine. Don't worry. She's so confused as fuck. Without making a sound, she looked straight ahead at the podium in silence.
まさかこんな偶然があるなんて思わなかったわ。
Things from romance novels happened in real world after all. Heart. We were in the same class, and on top of that, her seat was right next to mine.
きっとこれから彼女のことを知る機会はたくさんあるわ。そしたらさっき妄想したみたいなこともありえるかもしれない。どうしよう。
Spring, the first day of a fresh new beginning, and my heart just wouldn't stop pounding. Ah, so cute. どんだけだよ Lisa! Oi! Our homeroom teacher entered and class began, but I still wasn't able to calm down. 落ち着け I was constantly aware of the girl sitting next to me.
ダメだわ。 とても平常心でなんていられないわ。
というわけで明日からの授業は以下の通りです。さて
There was a pause in the information we were being given, and the teacher scanned the room with her eyes.
どうしたのかしら。
今年も高等部には外部から何人かの方が新たに入学してきました。わからないことも多く心細く思われているかもしれません。皆さん、彼女たちが困っていたら進んで声をかけてあげてくださいね。
Oh, Chansu! Everyone nodded in unison at the teacher's request.
そしてこのクラスにもその外部生の方が1名おります。
もちろん知っているわ。隣の彼女よね。
その方はとても優秀で編入試験では満点を取りました。
Damn! At that moment, a murmur began spreading through the class.
満点ですって。なんて優秀でいらっしゃるんでしょう。
私たちも見習わなくてはいけませんね。
外部からの編入試験ってとっても難しいって聞いているわ。私がもし同じ試験を受けたとして満点なんて取れるかしら。きっと無理だわ。
I don't think I could achieve that no matter how hard I tried.
何かしらこの気持ち。
What are you feeling, girl? Tell me! Actually, I didn't even need to think about it.
これは嫉妬だわ。悔しいんだ私。
Really? I mean, really? All throughout middle school, my grades had always been at the top. Oh. Okay, you're one of those girls. Even without a rival to compete against, I'd continue to work my hardest. But someone had been beating me all along. This black-haired girl sitting next to me. Even as I was feeling jealous, a sense of envy and admiration was also starting to well up. There was a storm of complex emotions swirling around inside me. Love, jealousy.
先生、その外部生ってどなたなのかしら。
I instinctively looked at the girl next to me. It hadn't been said yet, but I already knew. She was the one.
皆さんお静かに。では綾瀬さん、前に出てきてください。
はい。
Ayase Miyaka. Interesting.
やっぱり
The teacher called the black-haired girl next to me, and she rose smoothly from her seat. A collective sigh rippled through the classroom as her imposing figure.
なんて美しい方なのかしら。それに加えて頭もよろしいなんて完璧ですわね。
そうですわね. Everyone in class gave her their full attention.
やっぱり目立つのね。当然よね。あんなに綺麗だったら。
And even her grades were remarkable. There really were people like that.
さあ綾瀬さん、皆さんに挨拶を。
綾瀬みやです。
The teacher wrote Ayase Miya on the board.
なんか名前まで素敵かも。彼女の容姿にとても合っているわ。
Sure. She must have been seated next to me since both of our family name began with an A. Never in my life had I been so happy to have my name at the start of the alphabet. Right now, I wanted to thank the heavens.
皆さん、どうぞよろしくお願いします。
After politely introducing herself, Ayase Miya-san flashed us a smile.
笑顔もいい。とっても美しいわ。
She was really working her charms on me. Yeah.
私、みやさんのファンになってしまいそうですわ。
Uh-huh.
私もです。いろいろ教えて差し上げましょう。
Uh-huh. Even though she had heard them, Miya-san didn't react, and instead regarded us quietly.
あのクールな佇まい、本当にいいですわね。そうですわね。3年 天の雫御前にも負けないくらい黒髪もお美しいし。
Who's that girl?
はいはい、おしゃべりはそのくらいにして、今度はあなたたちの番ですよ。昔からの知り合いも多くいるかもしれませんが、一応自己紹介をしていきましょう。綾瀬さんはもう席に戻っていいですよ。
は
At that point, everyone in the class started giving their introductions. I've been going to St. Michael for several years, but there were still a number of girls I had never spoken to, or whose faces I recognized, but names I didn't know. So this was a perfect opportunity to reacquaint myself.
皆さん、これからもよろしくお願いします。
はい、次は後ろの方どうぞ。
もうすぐ私にも回ってくるわね。
As I listened to everyone else's introductions, I was deciding what I wanted to say myself.
だいたい決めたけど、でも少し真面目すぎるかしら。
I really didn't want anyone knowing that I liked romance novel. Why not? And collecting stuffed animals. Why not? So I definitely couldn't tell them about that. Yeah. There's no shame of liking romance novels and collecting stuffed animals. Girl, come on! Which meant my introduction was going to have to be pretty boring. No, girl, come on.
でもこれが私、安住リサなんだから、ありのままの自分でいいわよね。
Exactly! I knew there was some people who said things like that at their high school or even corporate debuts. Yeah. But if I forced myself here, even if I said things that made me popular or got me positive attention, it would just come back to haunt me
こ
later.
の真面目すぎる性格のせいで、深い付き合いの友達ができないって事実もあることはあるけれどね。
はい、では次の方。
They managed to work their way up to me while I've been contemplating. Yeah.
はい、安住リサです。
You got this, girl. A subtle murmur spread through the class as I stood.
安住リサさん、いつも成績優秀者の中に入ってる方ね。
今年もリサさんと一緒のクラスだなんて、私たちついてますわね。
まあ、そんなすごいお方なんですか？
ええ、とても頼りになる方よ。
Yo, get out my level, girls.
彼女がいれば、このクラスは安泰ですわね。
Yeah,
ク
exactly.
ラス委員長はもうリサさんで決まりですわね。
Exactly. You with the Risa, girl.
なんだか注目されているような。
No, it's good, girl. You're fine. I was a little bit nervous, but first things first, I had to introduce myself.
今まで通りに勉学に力を入れながら、一日一日を有意義に過ごせるように頑張りたいと思います。
Whoa.
はい、いいですよ。
あ
では次の方。
I'm sorry. I accidentally pressed enter. Double hit. Ah! God damn it. I bet she said, pleased to meet you all. Yeah, by that flow. Sorry. Anyway, next please. That didn't seem to go too badly. But I wondered if it was a little too short. When I returned to my seat, Mia gave me an intense look. She had really paid attention during my introduction. What on earth was she thinking?
あなた、結構有名人なのね。
Oh!
いいの。これからよろしくお願いします。安住リサさん。こちらこそよろしくね。綾瀬みやさん。
Having the lovely Mia-san look at me like that, having her lovely lips say my name.
うわー、なんか素敵。みやさんの隣の席でよかった。
I dare to say I was the first person in our class to actually talk to her. That made me feel a bit special. Several people glanced in our direction to check us out.
もうちょっとだけみ ヤさんと話がしてみたいわ。ミヤさん。
My heart was racing, and my voice trembled a little bit.
はい、何でしょうか。もしわからないことがあったら何でも聞いてね。ええ、ありがとう。
ちょうど全員の自己紹介も済んだところですね。では今日はここで終わりにします。
もう終わりなんだ。
That was going to be the end of my conversation with Mia-san for today. But tomorrow, classes will be starting for real. Yeah! And then I'll definitely have a chance to talk to her more. Yeah!
ミヤさん、とても優秀なんですもの。きっと勉強の話なんかもできるかもしれないわね。楽しみかも。
I don't want to talk about studying too much, but yeah, sure, if that makes you happy.